Okay, we're live, late, but it's 9 p.m. on the West Coast. So, West Coast gets a normal hour show, East Coast late. Sorry. How's it going, everybody? Um, I've been, I could probably talk a little louder than this. I have been working on this video all day. I knew that I was probably gonna miss the night show.
John Welder. Ready for Indigenous Day?
Sure, I'm ready. I'm ready for Indigenous Day. Absolutely, I'm ready for anything. You know, after what I just had to do, going through this, I'm waiting. They have to check my video. It's the weirdest thing. You used to just be able to upload videos to YouTube, and now they have to do this thing called checking it. Oh, it's so. We're checking your video. It's not. To make sure your video doesn't have visibility or monetization restrictions. God, I should turn the monetization off on that thing, man. I wonder if I can just turn it off. I thought I did. Yeah, let me turn it off. Off. Done. Okay. How's that? Is that gonna help anything? I turned off monetization, man. Who else is here? Anybody? You guys down for... Hey, it looks like it's doing something. I wonder if that was saved as private. No, it's public. I wonder if it's up. It says uploading. I wonder if that's something. Checking. Stupid thing says checking. You can't just upload
John
videos.
Welder. You can't just upload videos instantly anymore.
I know. It's so dumb. I haven't uploaded a video in so long. Dude, YouTube's gotten so strict. I had no idea. I didn't realize they were doing all this. They make you turn in yourself for drug use or cursing. Oh, yeah, it turns out as long as you don't curse in the first 30 seconds of your show, you can curse the whole time. I'm learning all these rules, that I didn't even know. 30 seconds. Whatever. It's so stupid. Do you know that they actually use the N-word? Yeah, man. YouTube literally has the N-word in their lists of words when they're telling you, yeah, you might have the C word or the N word, let us know if you have N.ER in your video. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like there should be any latitude for that fucking word at all. These fucking racist cunts at YouTube, man. Oh my god. Anyway, I made it through the first 30 seconds without saying it. We should be okay. People, it's midnight over here, and people are still outside shooting off fireworks, man. There's some people out there firing guns. I know what a gun sounds like. It's different than firework explosions. And you can hear that shit. My neighbor was firing off Class A fireworks tonight. I was like, you guys are fucking stupid. People are just stupid, man. Grow the fuck up. Holy shit.
John Welder. We have a drought in Texas. All fireworks shows have been canceled.
Yeah. My dog wanted to kill those fucking fireworks, dude. Oh my god, I took him outside so he knew what the fuck was making all that noise. And he saw the people down the street setting them off, and he started going like this on the concrete. And he was trying to drag me across the concrete. He was growling. He wanted to go over there and kill those people. It was crazy. I've never seen him like that before, dude. He did not like that shit. It's gotten quiet all of a sudden. After midnight. It should have stopped at 10 o'clock, and it didn't. But it's pretty quiet now, all of a sudden. Nice and quiet. Still says processing. It's an hour-long video. You know, it's HD too. I uploaded it in 1080p, but I uploaded it already, I think, you know. Oh, those are fireworks going off outside. I'm like, I hear knocking. Fireworks really far away. Do you guys hear those pops? Probably not. They're really quiet. This is really cool though to have this office set up like this. Yeah, it's nice. I sit here and do a show, you know, and processing. Should we put that on screen so we can all watch it process? Processing video. If that thing gets finished, we will see it when it's done. Which would be cool, man. Dude, it's 9 o'clock on the West Coast and I only have 3 viewers, guys. Really? 4 viewers. Who's here? Who are my 4 viewers? Besides Patrick John Welder, the only person in chat. I have coffee, dude. I got fucking cannabis, bro. What is wrong with you people? Anybody? Anybody want to talk at all? You can just type the words in and my little chat bot will read them out for us. So I made a video. It's an hour and 7 minutes long, but it's really good and it moves along. And I told you guys I was going to put up how many pieces of straw. Guess how many pieces of straw there were in that video? You guys want to guess? Tell me in the chat. How many times do you think Jimmy Dore and his cohorts used straw man arguments, which are basically just deflections away from the actual subject matter? You guys want to guess? Give me a number. How many straw man arguments do you think there were in that whole thing that I did? Anybody? Just give me a number in the chat. How many straw man arguments do you think I reviewed in the Jimmy Dore video? Anybody? Doing some crypto stuff tonight. Just getting my ducks in a row. You guys, there's a few of you in the chat. None of you are going to say anything in my chat. That is weird, man. Dude, when I go into a podcast, I always come in, the first thing I say is, yo, what's up? I say, hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Stu, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Stu on YouTube. You want to guess how many pieces of straw?
YouTube. Sorry, I just got here, LOL.
I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Let me talk to you. Guess how many pieces of straw? Just give me a number in the chat. How many pieces of straw do you think Jimmy Dore used against Cassidy Hutchinson on his upload yesterday or 2 days ago, where he was trying to 2 days ago when he was trying to bash her? You know how many pieces of straw I went over, I reviewed, I ended up getting? I'm just gonna end up watching the video with you all. Because I got it. You wanna guess how many pieces of straw I uncovered? Give me a number in the chat. How many straw man arguments you think Jimmy Dore threw down to try to smear and slander Cassidy Hutchinson?
On YouTube. I'm sorry bro, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. I just thought maybe you'd guess a number. How many arguments I uncovered. It was a guess. It was just a wild guess, you know. I didn't think anybody would actually know the number, but I just want to see what you guys would come up with. Five?
On YouTube. 5.
Yeah, there were 5. There were definitely 5.
Thornton.
Hey, Billy Bong, what's up?
Hello.
More. But yeah, there were 5. So, we might not be watching this video on YouTube, but we can watch it on my desktop.
Lol.
So, let me pull it up here. Edited videos for Show. Okay.
Billy Bong Thornton. Just got back from a fireworks show. Was badass.
Yeah. Right on. I watched a couple of fireworks from my neighbor was shooting off fucking Class A's tonight like a maniac. Fucking crazy ass cunt. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll... It doesn't go full screen for some reason. I think that's stupid. Maybe it will.
On YouTube. What you smoking at the MO?
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. in the UK. I'm rolling a good. Barney's Critical Kush.
Barney's Critical Kush, right on. I'm going to be smoking OG Kush here in a second. Okay, you guys, here goes the video. You guys want to read that? I'll pause it. It says, a straw man argument is a type of red herring. An argument meant to cause confusion. One that is deliberately...
Nice.
One that is deliberately misleading and irrelevant to the actual issue at hand. Jimmy Dore and crew are masters at this. Here are 30 examples in a little over an hour. We're going to get high and watch this video. It's going to be fun, guys. I'll get my bong ready. They're jumping right in.
Crispy Chris. Cheers, Nick.
Hey, Chris. Nice beard.
Yeah, it's unclear exactly what Renato will say. If he does agree to testify under oath, we've only heard from unnamed officials who say the dispute that he relayed the story to...
Exactly. And yet Jimmy Dore is going around saying that her story was debunked. And you know what usually debunking is referring to? Myths and legends. That's what debunking usually is. Like when someone says they saw a UFO, you debunked, you proved that it was bullshit, right? This girl didn't get debunked by anybody. Not at all. And it's just funny that that's Jimmy Dore's choice of words, isn't it? She didn't get debunked. She did not get debunked. This guy hasn't said shit in front of a fucking grand jury or I'm sorry, in front of a committee. Not shit. Not one peep. Interesting, right? And yet, she's already been debunked.
In the aftermath of January 6th, it was well known that there was an angry Donald Trump
surrounded by keeps says, fuck Dore. Dude, let me...
I don't understand why you guys won't answer me. Can you guys hear it? I keep asking you. None of you guys are answering me. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it okay? Why won't you answer me? Hello? Oh, well, fucking A, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we can.
Thank
say
you.
something about Jimmy Dore.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
On certain levels, I totally agree with you. fuck door. Hey, surrounded by keep. I totally
Stu
agree
on
with you,
YouTube.
man. On certain levels, man.
You were
there's
whispering
certain
LOL.
But I was
covers
pointing at my
where
ear.
I'm
That's
just
the
like,
international
Crispy
sign for
Chris.
can you
this
hear
isn't
it?
making any sense.
Yeah, I could
and
hear
his
it.
wife and his buddy Kurt Metzger sits there and lets him just, and they agree and they pile on, man. And he's not making any sense. And, you know, don't get me wrong here, guys. I love Ron Placone. I love Graham Elwood. I think it's interesting that you don't see them on his show anymore.
Stu on YouTube.
But, you know, I don't get the same bullshit from Ron Placone and Graham Elwood that I hear out of Jimmy Dore's mouth. I wonder if that has anything to do with their lack of an appearance on his show. And now they've been almost completely replaced by, you know, yes men, Kurt Metzger and Jackson Hinkle, the two yes boys that'll just sit there and laugh and pile on for Jimmy.
Cheers.
Crazy, huh?
420. Happy 420. Everybody.
Jonathan
Cheers.
Wacker, a former Secret Service agent, and David K. Johnston, a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist who's covered Donald Trump
Oh,
for
look at
more
that.
than 30 years.
Former Secret Service agents. So they go, Secret Service agents can't ever talk to the press or the public, and blah, 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 blah. Secret Service would never do that. Secret Service. Oh, there's an ex-Secret Service agent. There he is, right there. On CNN, giving his opinion. Like I said, I was just doing that. I'm like, whatever. They can't talk to the public.
Years. Ellie, so you have these two different Secret Service sources telling a very similar account to what Cassidy Hutchinson
And
testified
meanwhile,
about the SCP.
oh, there's all these Secret Service sources. Oh, but they'll never talk to the public or the press. Oh, yeah, well, all of a sudden there's all these sources from the Secret Service. Huh. Just seems like you didn't know what you were talking about yesterday, doesn't it? It's kind of like this, kind of like I'm glad I brought this up because it kind of disproves everything that you fucking said yesterday.
Be right. How does this add to the picture?
What happened, but Tony Ornato told me this story about Trump sort of having this tantrum and lunging for this
Bald,
steering wheel.
cue ball looking
That
motherfucker is trying to
you
get
had Tony
laid.
Ornato, not under oath, but who spoke to
I wonder if
people,
it worked.
saying no such thing ever happened, and she essentially made that up out of whole cloth. Well, now we're learning that a story that's substantially similar, not identical, but quite similar to what Cassidy Hutchinson said, has been circulating and well-known inside Secret Service. And that is strong corroboration for Cassidy Hutchinson.
Corroboration.
Zoom out
Now,
one level,
I want you guys to remember that word, corroboration, okay? Now, Cassidy Hutchinson's story has been corroborated by more Secret Service agents that heard the same story. Jimmy
Crispy
Dore,
Chris.
Mr. She's been debunked.
Happy Independence Day.
Bullshit.
Medicating with some magic melon up here around the Chesapeake.
How am I?
Secret Service is a
How
secret.
am I smarter than Jackson Hinkle, Steph Zamorano, Kurt Metzger, and Jimmy Dore? How am I smarter than all four of them put together? Yet they have millions of viewers and I have 11. Isn't that funny?
And he pointed them toward
Yeah,
the
go
Capitol.
watch Jimmy.
You guys, give me a second. I think that the video is ready to be uploaded. Just give me a second with that. Saved. Public. God damn these motherfuckers. Publish. They always put shit at the bottom of the goddamn screen. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. published. It's processing HD now. Okay, great. Okay, now put this back over there. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Go full screen here. Okay, and go back and get rid of that. Okay, and go back to this. Alright, let's go back.
We wanted to go to the Capitol.
Go watch more
Those
Jimmy
remain
Dore and don't watch me.
uncontested and strongly corrupt.
So, like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see for this other Secret Service agent
Crispy
to come
Chris.
out
Wow, what
and
a head rush.
testify under oath
Stu
and
on
give his
YouTube.
story. And
Are you
meanwhile,
streaming on
we've
FB?
got, like,
Also, quick
3
question if
Secret
you don't
Service-
mind.
At least, no.
Stu on YouTube. What's her
Well,
fave
now
seed
we've got-
bank?
Yeah,
Okay, I am streaming on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Ben Shader if you'd rather watch over there. But I'd rather you watch on my main channel on YouTube, the one with 25,000 subscribers. But if you want to watch on Facebook, it's Ben Shader, S-H-A-D-E-R. There's 6 channels. I should be broadcasting to all 6 of them. My favorite seed bank is Gorilla Seed
Hey,
Bank
Chris.
UK.
I seen Nay on Facebook too.
Gorilla Seed Bank UK. They're awesome. Check them out. Google that. Gorilla Seed Bank UK.
Secret Service agents that have repeated the same story. Let them come out and tell their sides too. You know? There's no secrets in the Secret Service. They don't sound as tight as everybody's trying to make them sound in the chat yesterday.
Notice
Isn't
the
that funny?
Stu on
number,
YouTube.
the number of arguments
Okay,
presented
wicked,
says
thanks.
0.
There's no secrets in the Secret Service.
See that?
The agents, the first thing he said. Well,
5
one thing
minutes in
is
and I haven't found a single argument yet.
they're not as tight as you wish they were, motherfuckers.
Just
Oh, there it is.
wait. Just you wait. Watch this.
So,
We're going in. No law regarding
yeah, it
cannabis.
looks like there's no secrets in the Secret Service, so we're gonna get to hear
Call this one
from
bottom of
several
the
of
hour.
these Secret
Cheers.
Service people. And you guys will be able to judge for yourselves whether or not Cassidy Hutchinson has been debunked or not. And then you can look at Jackson Hinkle, Kurt Metzger, Steph Zamorano, and Jimmy Dore for an apology that they owe everybody. You know, as soon as it happens, they'll owe everyone an apology. And they'll never go back to it. They'll just walk away from it like it never happened. Yeah, I couldn't believe that dumbass even mentioned ivermectin today on his stupid fucking show. The same thing that I think I'm talking about. He mentioned that. Was it the same show? Was it the same thing? Maybe not. Maybe in another Jimmy Dore. I don't know. But it was another recent one. And he keeps mentioning that. Like, he has not seen any of the science that says it hasn't done anything. He's still just going on the Joe Rogan science, you know? Because Joe Rogan took this one thing with, 20 other things. We threw the kitchen sink at it. But it was that one thing that did it, right, Jimmy?
That's science.
We got a lot to talk about, man. So,
Here we go.
I watched a Jimmy Dore video
I'll
this
turn it up a
morning,
little bit.
and it was Steph, Jackson, Kurt, and Jimmy.
I got my fan on.
And the other one I watched was U.S. spy operation that manipulates social media revealed by Jimmy Dore. I saw that
See,
one
that
too.
says number of straw arguments presented. Go.
And
This is fun, isn't it? You like that? You guys like
I don't
this
think
part?
that's the same video.
I came up with that all by myself.
That's the one about, but that's the one where he makes the comment about ivermectin near the end of it. So he had said debunked, and all of a sudden he's removed the word debunked, but he says it in the video. It's like he doesn't understand the definition.
This
of
is
certain
Webflow.
words.
Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual code.
If Jimmy would
Add
just,
your parent.
when he's going to use a word like debunked, if he would just go look up what the word means, he'd realize he's using the wrong word. If he'd say refute, he'd be using the correct word. If he would use the word dispute, he would be using the correct word. Right?
Like, hey, did you see that testimony for the thing? I'm like, no, I don't follow the January 6th. They're like, how could you not follow that? And I'm like, because it's all bullshit. And they're like, no, his own blah, blah, blah.
Because it's all bullshit. You don't follow it. So how can you have commentary and opinion on it, Jimmy? This is my problem with you, Jimmy. is you're going to go right now, you're going to smear this woman, Cassidy Hutchinson. You're going to smear her for 33 minutes with these two people and your wife. The four of you are going to smear this woman, and you just said you're not watching the testimony. It's an abomination that you do these uploads, that you do them based on things that you refuse to watch and claim to be an expert on all of it. You know? And I don't understand why the other three don't call you out on your bullshit.
When I returned to the White House, I walked upstairs towards the Chief of Staff's office, and I noticed Mr. Renato lingering outside of the office.
Stu on
Once
YouTube.
we made eye contact, he
Gotta
quickly
respect the
waved me
passion.
to go into his office, which
Get
was
ready.
just across the hall from mine.
We
Here
watched
comes
this testimony. I just want to make a couple of things clear. Nick, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Been missing you in the shows. First of all, he's taking excerpts of her testimony. She testified for quite some time. I don't know if it was for more than an hour. I think it was. And that is something that Jimmy Dore and no one else on the show is taking into consideration. That she was there for a long period of time. You know, and maybe the fact that she was monotone or droning on or
Crispy Chris.
or had a smile on her
He's
face
as bad as the
or
people that do
whatever,
reviews on
was just
products they have never
stress of
used
having to
before.
do what she was doing was just the monotony of it, you know?
When I went in, he shut the door, and I noticed Bobby Angle, who was the head of
When she said that, I thought we were in
Or
for
the
a Matt
stress
Lauer
of having to
moment.
do it.
Yeah, it's a Me Too moment.
Yeah, I was like, when he shut the door, I was like, oh no!
He had a button under his desk.
Mr. Trump's security detail, sitting in a chair, just looking somewhat discombobulated and a little lost. I looked at Tony, and he'd said, "Did you effing hear what happened in the Beast?" I said, "No, Tony, I just got back."
Why did
The Beast is the presidential limo, by the way.
Yeah. So she says, did you effing hear? Why did you have to put effing in? Like, who cares if he swore?
Yeah,
no kidding.
Effing you.
Hello? She's giving testimony. And if the guy said, "Did you fucking hear what happened in the Beast?" She's fucking saying exactly what he said, Jimmy. This is Straw Man 101, guys. Okay? He's starting right from the beginning. He's gonna straw man. This is not even a valid point that he just made. It's not even a valid point. And he's going to do this for 33 minutes, is not make any valid points and conclude that she's been debunked.
Did you effing hear what happened in the Beasts?
Now,
First of all-
he's also making fun of the way she spoke. Did you effing hear what happened in the Beast? Well, maybe the guy was like, "Hey man, did you fucking hear what happened in the Beast?" Maybe he was all fucking excited about it. And she's trying to portray the way he said it. Jimmy, let's keep going. I'll rip you apart, bro. Every fucking piece of straw you threw down. It's like you're getting paid to say certain things, Jimmy. Isn't that weird? It doesn't even make sense. What's your end game here, man? Why are you even doing it? Why smear her? Are you defending Donald Trump? Is that it? You got a thing for Donald Trump, bro. And I don't think you realize it. I think you got a man crush on him. And I don't think you realize it. I think you're kind of closeted Trump fucking supporter.
More testimony, by the way.
Very, very good way to put it. Here we go.
Right across the hall.
Yeah, she's very breathy with her speech, right? Okay, here we go.
Well, so is Steph Zamorano. You ever listen to your wife speak? She's got a very breathy way she speaks. Jimmy Dore, you ever listen to your wife? What the fuck does that even mean? Another piece of straw. Let's keep going. Dude, we're not going to have a straw man. We're going to have the goddamn Burning Man straw man when we're done with this. We're going to have a giant straw man.
What happened?
Tony proceeded to tell me that
Dude, I just realized that's like 3 already, and I haven't even started counting yet.
when the president got in the Beast, he was under the impression from Mr. Meadows that the off-the-record movement to the Capitol was still possible and likely to happen, but that Bobby had more information. So once the president had gotten into the vehicle with Bobby, he thought that they were going up to the Capitol, and when Bobby had relayed to him, "We're not, we don't have the assets to do it, it's not secure, we're going back to the West Wing," the president had very strong, very angry response to that.
She starts smiling
Right.
when she says that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Because, once again, because he's the president of the United States acting like a big fat baby, and she's remembering how shocking it was to her when she remembers what it was like hearing that our dear leader acts like a 2-year-old when nobody's around.
look at her
It's
face.
funny.
Why is she smiling
Look at
when
her
she?
face.
You know,
Is it the face of an honest person? Is she behaving like she's telling the truth?
no, she
Huh.
seems like an actress.
Really?
She seems like she's acting 100%.
No, that's an insult. You know,
Really? Because I would think that someone who's acting, I would think that, hey, D, what's up, brother? How's it going? Derek McDonald is D Dinners. What's up, buddy? I lost my thought there. I lost my thought. I'm so sorry. Oh, actress. Correct. Because she's an actress. Wouldn't she be more convincing, Jimmy?
Crispy Chris.
Your whole point has been
She seems
she's
legend.
so unconvincing. Well, you know, she was a paid actress. Wouldn't she be more convincing?
She is
And wouldn't she
legit.
not be smiling
Chris,
and laughing
she is
about it? Wouldn't
legit.
she be very serious and very professional and blah, 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 blah?
She was there.
It doesn't even make sense.
She's very
Yet another
credible.
piece of straw. We'll keep going.
watch some of those American crime story shows where they do the dramatic court scenes, the reenactments. Like those people do much better. The actors in those shows do
Dom,
much better.
just wait, bro.
So here we go. She's got more to say.
I've watched this entire video. Okay, I've seen the whole thing. I'm going to watch it through with you guys now. I'm going to tell you. But I'm telling you, I commented on parts of it yesterday. But I don't think we went through and watched this actual video together.
What the president did,
That's right,
and she
for
giggles,
Bob.
and she's looking down
Cheers.
to the left, which some people say is a sign she's lying.
Tony described him as being irate. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president. Take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded,
If she was lying at that point, Jimmy, why did 2 other Secret Service agents come out yesterday and say that they heard the exact same story?
"Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
It's clavicles?
It's clavicles.
And was Mr. Engel in the room
that a
as Mr.
euphemism?
Renato told you this story?
He was.
Hey, why don't you get off my clavicle? This guy's been busting my clavicle
all day.
all goddamn day. Why don't you suck on some clavicle? I got something for you. How about some clavicle? I got something for you right there. What's that? My clavicle.
He motioned. He pressed a button and locked his dressing room door and motioned.
I just want to pause and say, yeah, Jimmy's fucking funny. So that douchebag on fucking Twitter that said Jimmy ain't funny, Jimmy's funny just when he's just riffing, dude. Unlike Lee Camp, who's not.
Boom.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree with any part of the story from Mr. Ornato?
Mr. Engel did not correct
Crispy
or
Chris.
disagree with any part of the story.
His Trump really likes to
Did
grab
Mr.
the
Engel
cervical.
or Mr. Ornato ever after that
And I do love
tell
him.
you that what
I love
Mr.
him.
Ornato
And I
had
hate
just
him.
said was untrue?
Neither Mr. Renato nor Mr. Engel
No.
told me ever that it was untrue.
So they told her this. So by the way, this isn't her test. She's not giving you eyewitness testimony. She's telling you a story she heard from someone else,
Right?
and it's not accurate.
Whoa. Just because you're relaying something you heard from someone else doesn't mean it's not accurate, Jimmy. Now, that is a piece of straw. Another piece of straw goes down on the straw man argument. Bullshit. There's plenty of secondhand testimony that's accurate. Okay? Plenty. So, if you witness something, let's say I see a car accident, and then I go tell my sister, I'm like, I just saw this accident. It's a red Corvette hit a black truck, and everyone got killed. And then my sister goes to my brother-in-law and her husband and goes, yeah, my brother just saw an accident between a red Corvette and a black truck, and everybody was killed. Is that not accurate? It's secondhand testimony from my sister. She didn't witness it herself, and yet she said the exact same words that I said. She used the exact same words that I used. She even smiled the way I was smiling when I was all excited telling you about what happened in the Beast. Jimmy, straw, 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 and none of it fits.
The standard for witness testimony. Oh, this is what my friend told me.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Elon Musk allegations.
That's right. Same
Crispy
thing with Elon
Chris.
Musk. It was not the girl
Had to be
who
a
was
camera in the
sexually
trunk
harassed
mobile.
by him, but a friend of the woman who was sexually harassed by him.
There was video footage.
And
I've seen it.
that's not credible, nor is this. This is not credible. Why? Because she's not giving you eyewitness testimony. She's telling you a story someone else told her, and now, by the way, those people...
Dude, he's still going off on the same straw man point that makes no sense. I want you to realize that. And you would think that through the course of this, he would realize that he's not making any sense. Like, he'd figure it out and then he'd shut the fuck up.
that told her that story
20
are
minutes in.
disagreeing with her version of it.
20 minutes
This is called doubling down, everybody.
I start.
So here we go.
They were
Let's
already
go. Let's
planning,
go.
and I was
Bombshell is
planning
not
out.
gossip
I'm
or
starting
here's
right
Look,
now.
not everything she testified to is bombshell
I got a head
gossip.
start on him.
Was I'm sorry. Not everything she testified to was secondhand information. Was hearsay. Not everything. She gave a lot of firsthand testimony, and he doesn't want to discuss that. Straw man. Boom. Another piece of straw. So he's been arguing now for 9 minutes, and he hasn't really made a valid point yet.
Did we establish that that's as good as evidence?
Dave
now?
C. Fishing.
I guess that's
Late night smoke.
They're already making memes about it. Of course, he's got the Ukraine flag
got tiny
on it,
hands.
and they're making a meme about it that it never happened.
He's got little
Why do I
tiny
know it
hands.
never
Cheers,
happened?
bro.
Because they never asked the Secret Service
Gucci cushion.
their side of the story. The committee, the January 6th.
Okay. Did you hear the statement that Jimmy just made while he was showing? This is very, very important. This is another piece of straw. This is massive.
Establish that that's as good as evidence.
Look at the
now?
cartoon and listen to what
guess
Jimmy
that's-
says. It
They're
shows him
already
lunging.
making memes about it. Of course, he's got the Ukraine flag colors, and they're making a meme about it that it never happened. Why do I know?
Jimmy just said it never happened. So, she literally said it happened, that she was told it happened. And he's saying, based on nothing, that it never happened. Now, you're going to listen to what he says proves that it never happened. Listen to this part.
Never happened because they never asked the Secret Service their side of the story. The committee, the
See
January 6th committee, they asked her to tell a story she heard
'Cause
from
I
a
love you
Secret Service
guys.
person, but they never contacted the Secret Service person. Why do you think that is? I'll tell you.
No, I'll tell you why. Because they know that Secret Service agents that work for Donald Trump are compromised. So they don't even want to hear from them. They don't believe them. They don't trust them. They don't want their testimony. Right? That's why. So, just because you work for the Secret Service, that doesn't mean you're a fucking angel like they were trying to say in the chat yesterday. It doesn't mean you're special like you're superhuman. You're not. You're just as easily bought as anybody else. And if you drive Trump around for 4 years and you got to listen to him for 4 years, he might just get to you. He might buy you off. Who knows? But they're obviously not interested in what they had to say. That doesn't prove that what she said didn't happen, Jimmy. Another giant piece of straw here. That article right there, Secret Service, January 6th committee, didn't reach out before Hutchinson's explosive Trump testimony. Oh, well, that must mean that everything she says is a lie, Jimmy. Based on that?
Because
How is
it's
that
a
a proper
bullshit.
committee?
What's that?
How is that a proper committee? You'd think if you collect testimony from someone that's secondhand, the proper next
Yes.
step would be to say, okay, now I'm
Yes.
going to interview that person.
Yes. And that's refuted by what I just said. And they don't trust those motherfuckers. They worked for Donald Trump for 4 years. They don't fucking trust him. Maybe they know what their reputations are Who fucking knows? But she makes a good point. Yeah, you should go to the source. You should definitely go to the source. Subpoena them and fucking make them talk. Absolutely. Require them to speak.
Why would you want to interview the Secret Service
Crispy
on
Chris.
there when you have a young lady
Driving
who
Trump
grabs her
around is a
neck?
legitimate way of driving you
It
crazy.
blinks a lot. I mean, doesn't that say credibility?
Right,
So,
Chris?
more straw man. He says that those tells prove that
6.
she's lying. That's bullshit. More straw manning. Okay, let's keep going. She did have a point, though. I will give her that one fucking point that she made. They should get the testimony from the Secret Service agents, no matter what I say about how unreliable they are because they worked for Donald Trump for 4 years. They still should subpoena those motherfuckers. And they should subpoena Donald Trump. Get him on the record.
I should probably turn off
Cassidy
the chat.
Hutchinson. Also, Peter Alexander, by the way, he's the big shot White House reporter from NBC News. He tweeted out this. A source close to the Secret Service tells me both Bobby Engel, the lead agent, and the presidential limousine SUV driver are prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted and that Mr. Trump never lunged for the steering wheel. And then underneath it says, so basically the January 6th committee has nothing on Trump. Yes. Yes. Well, even if they do,
Okay, let's go over this tweet that Jimmy Dore agrees with and takes as gospel.
Here we go.
A source close to the Secret Service tells me. So now her secondhand information, no good. His secondhand information, gospel.
That he tried
Jimmy,
to fire
your
the
own
guy.
argument refutes what this guy says because it's secondhand information and he's not even revealing the source. She did reveal the source and she claimed it under oath. Huh.
I believe all women, so I believe her.
And also says prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted and that Mr. Trump never lunged for the steering wheel. Great. Let's listen to the testimony.
Right? Don't you believe her? By the way,
Bring him.
here it is.
I agree,
Secret
bring 'em.
Service agent reportedly willing to testify Trump did not lunge at him.
Great. Bring him.
So,
Bring 'em. Let's hear it. Can't wait.
senior Secret Service agents are reportedly prepared to testify
Number 8.
Prepared
that
to.
Donald Trump did not
Prepared.
lunge.
Yeah.
for
I'm
the
prepared
wheel
to tell
of
you
his
I have an
vehicle
18-inch
or
penis.
physically
I'm
attacked the
prepared
chief of his
to tell
security
you that I have an
detail
18-inch penis.
after his speech near the White House on January
I'm not going to tell
6th.
you yet.
As a
I'm not going to stand
former
under
aide
oath.
said
But I'm
he
prepared
did
to tell
in
you.
sworn testimony on Tuesday. So
Good point. Straw man. Everything he says is straw man.
Engel told investigators that he and Trump discussed Trump's desire to go to the Capitol and took different views on the topic. Engel noted that they went back to the White House instead of heading to Capitol Hill. Boy, it's all in the framing, isn't it? Because the guy who actually was there says they discussed different views on the topic, and eventually
We did watch this together, didn't we? We did watch this together, didn't we? We watched this together, didn't we? Because I'm almost positive I remember saying. So they agreed. They were in agreement. She was in agreement with this statement right here. Yeah, there was a problem in the vehicle. Oh yeah, and then I said, but there just seems to be some dispute over the intensity of his reaction to not being able to go to the Capitol, right? She says he lunged for the thing. They said, well, there was discussion. She goes, yeah, there was discussion. There was a problem. He wanted to go. Yeah, we discussed it. Yeah, we did talk about this yesterday.
That he tried to fire the driver.
Jimmy points to it
Chris.
as if he says it proves her wrong, but it literally proves her right. Engel, right, the Secret Service agent, Engel, told investigators he and Trump discussed Trump's desire to go to the Capitol and took different views, meaning they disagreed on the topic.
That's
Oh,
eight.
no. Yeah.
8
Where's
again.
the end of the goddamn quote?
It's the same one. I'm just getting to the end of it. I'm
Engel
reminding you
noted
this
that
is
they
number
went
8.
back to the White House instead of heading to Capitol Hill. That's
We're
a
still
weird
on
quote
number
in a
8.
quote, isn't it?
It was a
From
long one.
Politico. There's no end quote there. I don't get it. It's almost like that statement has been fucking edited, guys. Why would Politico not put the end quote on? I almost want to go to Politico and see if that's been altered.
You and my producer.
I wish I had a producer right now, man. Oh my God, that's what you would be doing if you were my producer. You'd be going to Politico, you'd find this article, you'd Google those words right there, you'd find the article, and you would read and see if anything had been altered in that, and then you'd let me know. That'd be great. And I could keep doing my show and we could find out. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, what I am going to say is, whether that's been altered or not, it still definitely supports what she's saying, that she heard a story that there was a problem in the Beast, there was a problem, the president wanted to go to the Capitol, and they didn't. And that sworn testimony, or this, what he told investigators, which, when you're talking to investigators, you're probably, bound to have to tell the truth. He said, yeah, there was a problem, and he wanted to go one way. We had different views on where Trump was going to go. He points to it though, like it's. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. You guys able to keep up with all
landed
that?
on heading back to Capitol Hill. White House instead of Capitol Hill. That's a totally different story
No, it's
than
not.
that woman just told.
No, it's almost the exact identical story. There's only one difference, and that's Trump's intensity. That's the only difference, Jimmy. It's the exact same story. I challenge you.
That's a completely different story, isn't it? And that's
No,
the guy
it's
she
not.
claims told her the story.
Wow.
This guy says, don't be... So this guy's a law professor. He says, don't be distracted by claims of hearsay. That goes to whether evidence can be admitted in court, not in Congress. Yeah, we don't have any standards in Congress. The key... Listen to what he says next, though. The key is that Hutchinson testified under oath. If she was lying, she faces felony charges. The same can't be said for those trying to discredit her testimony. She was...
That's a really good tweet. I totally agree with that tweet. Don't be distracted by claims of hearsay. That's what Jimmy's been saying. Oh, it's hearsay. It's no good. This guy, Steve Vladek, he says, that goes to whether evidence can be admitted in court, not Congress. So, whether or not it's hearsay, it doesn't matter. It's admissible. So, okay, you have no basis for calling it hearsay anymore, Jimmy. That's great. It takes the legs out from underneath that argument that you had. Totally. So now he says the key is that Hutchinson testified under oath. If she was lying, she faces felony charges. The same can't be said for those trying to discredit her testimony. Yeah. Like those Secret Service agents that are claiming that they would testify, they're not testifying, are they? Not yet. Haven't heard him yet. So this guy makes a really good point. He's just sticking to the facts. Let's hear what Jimmy has to say about this.
Because the guy said he frickin' didn't do that. And they're willing to testify. So
they're not going to have them testify.
But they're not yet. They just won't have those guys testify, so they're not going to prosecute her, even though she's lying.
He called her he just said,
isn't that wild?
Wow. He just called her a liar under oath. Jimmy Dore said she's lying, even though she's lying. Like, he somehow has some evidence that proves that she's lying. Wow, Jimmy just showed his hand.
Dude, I gotta pause right here and just say that really gets me mad at Jimmy. It really does. You know, he doesn't know, and then he makes a statement like that, and now I'm mad at him. You know, look at the grin on his face while he does it, while he slanders her.
Right there, he just showed his ass. And if you guys want to know, that's at 12:58. Let's go from 12:54. Here's 12:54.
Not going to prosecute her, even though she's lying.
12:54 to 12:58. That's fucking slanderous, bro. You know, if you weren't so hung up on fucking narrative all the time, you wouldn't have to worry about slander, bro. But you're so hung up on your fucking narrative. You don't even see your own goddamn truth anymore. It's sad.
Isn't that wild?
who first of all tells somebody else's story the way she told that story, as if she was going step by step in an eyewitness account?
Yes.
Then I entered to the left.
I know.
And he proceeded to tell me the story that he had heard. And what I had heard is
What?
I entered and I went to the left, and then he started to tell me a story.
Kurt, nice piece of straw. It doesn't even make sense. Who tells a story like that? She's relating what she heard. I don't understand what you're saying.
and then they go.
But on the other hand,
It's like they're all
explains
tripping
why
on
she
acid
was
or
so
something.
unconvincing.
Yes.
She was so flat, and it looked like she was trying to remember lie, and she was laughing. She was.
Or they're all
It looked
drunk.
like she was trying to remember. Wow, it's almost like you're taking the legs out from your own argument now. What was her name?
Anya.
Yes.
Then I entered to the left.
I
And
know.
he proceeded to tell me the story that he had heard. And what I had heard is.
I entered and I went to the left, and then he started to tell me a story.
And then they
But,
go.
but on
she
the
goes,
other hand,
Go
it
ahead.
explains why she was so unconvincing.
Yes.
She was so flat, and it looked like she was trying to remember lie, and she was laughing. She was trying not to laugh at her own.
Memory. Because she remembers how fucking shocking and funny it was. That's if this was the president. It's borderline slanderous, isn't it? It's crazy. I don't understand Jimmy's. I don't understand. You know, the only thing that explains this is he's defending Donald Trump. He's trying to defend Donald Trump.
Performance. Because she wasn't telling a first-hand account. So that.
Dude, I hate Joe Biden just as much as Jimmy Dore does. Why is it so hard for him to see the exact same thing in Donald Trump? You know?
Inauthenticity was on full display just in her body language. But yeah, I mean, if I were a lawyer, I'm not. I didn't go to law school, but I'm pretty sure that if I were building a case, I would never try to submit evidence based on secondhand testimony.
Yeah.
I think you're all ignoring the fact.
Submit evidence based for a lawyer. I'm not. I didn't go to law school, but I'm pretty sure that if I were building a case, I would never try to submit evidence based on secondhand testimony.
Number 11.
Really? You would never ever do that ever? Really? Do you know how many times secondhand testimony is used in cases that get proven all the time? All the time. It happens all the time. And then a jury listens and they have to take someone's word over someone else's. They're called he said, she said cases. They have friends come in. Well, he told me this. Well, she told me that. And the jurors have to listen. The judge has to listen. And these cases are based off of what other people say. They heard other people saying. You know, you ever heard of a domestic dispute? You know, you're in your apartment and you hear the husband beating the shit out of his wife next door. You call the police and say, yeah, I hear someone is beating up someone next door. That's secondhand testimony. I didn't hear from the victim. I heard it from someone else, a witness. Okay, well what if I'm unable, what if I don't have a phone? And I go and I tell my fucking neighbor. And I'm like, dude, so-and-so's beating up so-and-so next door. And they get on their phone and they call the police and say, where did you hear this information? I heard it from the guy that lives next door to Mo. Well, that's secondhand information. I would never base anything off of that. Not in a court, at least. Please.
Yeah.
I think you're all ignoring the fact that she did give specific details, like the clavicle.
But she did say clavicle.
She said clavicle, and she said that Trump said effing.
Effing.
So
We gotta check this Secret Service guy for 2 clavicles. That'll put him.
Steph Zamorano trying to throw down some straw that made no sense. Way to go, Steph. Way to pile on.
Tell us what the truth is. Did you see she didn't just say no? She goes, did he at this point disagree with the thing that the other man had said? And then she went, no, he did not disagree with the thing. Really? It's just no. You go, no.
I like that he says, don't be distracted by the claims of hearsay. That's like saying, don't be distracted by the fact that juicy gossip isn't actually evidence. Don't let that distract you. What are you, one of those nerds who nitpick science mistakes in Star Wars? Technically.
Once again, we're forgetting, Jimmy. It wasn't all hearsay, man. She gave firsthand testimony throughout her entire her testimony. It was firsthand, a lot of it. You know, why don't you cover some of that, Jimmy? Oh, that's right. You didn't watch any of it.
No sound in space. Shut up and enjoy the show. Aaron Mate caught this. He tweets out Peter Alexander saying that the Secret Service people are prepared to contradict that woman's testimony. And he says having Russiagate bombshell flashbacks again, because they said this was a bombshell.
Hey, Aaron, hey, Jimmy, don't be so quick to jump the gun until you see all the evidence, guys. You might be wrong on this one. She's given sworn testimony. You know, you keep forgetting that, both of you.
Oh, that woman's
She
testimony.
went under oath, man. She didn't have to say anything.
Go ahead.
It's very similar to how
She didn't have to
at
put herself at
Russiagate,
risk.
We would wake up one morning and suddenly it'd be like Colonel Vindman.
Yes.
And Ambassador Yanukovych, like all these people that nobody
Ever
knew
heard
who
of.
they were.
Yeah.
No, but suddenly they were like, oh my goodness, these are the most important. It's very similar to that, where suddenly I wasn't even paying attention to the news cycle.
It's not similar to that at all. More strong.
And it was the
There's
same.
no comparison there, lady.
Yeah, Aaron, it was a
Anya, there's no comparison.
Yeah, it's like bombshell, and then you just look at it for 5 seconds and you see all the cracks in their story, and there's no evidence. And that's exactly what happened here. It's a big juicy story, and then as soon as you look at it, it falls apart. There's nothing to it, and there's no evidence. Aaron Mate, but what he connects to here. So
he's talking about one thing that she said. He's like, it's a big story. The one thing where he lunged at the wheel. A lot of shit that she said is a big story, you know. And you're clouding all of that with this one point that you disagree with. More strong.
This is debunking the bombshell, and then here's Democracy Now! Repeating it.
Right. So it didn't debunk anything, Jimmy. This was 16 minutes in. Okay. This is Jimmy saying that that her testimony has been debunked.
Bombshell. And then here's Democracy Now! Aaron Mate, but what he connects to here. So he shows this is debunking the bombshell here. So he shows this is debunking the bombshell. And then here's Democracy Now! Repeating it. This is debunking the bombshell. This is debunking the this is debunking the this is debunking the bomb.
No, it's not debunking anything. A source close to the Secret Service tells me both Bobby, the lead agent, and the president limousine SUV are prepared to testify under oath that neither man was assaulted. Mr. Trump. Okay, that's what they're prepared to say. Let them say it. It hasn't debunked anything. And even when they say it, it still hasn't debunked anything that she said. Let's hear from the other two Secret Service officers that said they heard the same exact fucking story. Let's hear from them, Jimmy. You're not mentioning them, are you? Oh, you didn't know about them yet, did you? I wonder if you're going to mention them on today's show. You could do like a holiday special, a big 4th of July blow-up special, Jimmy, where you expose yourself and have a bunch of fireworks going off in the background while you expose yourself for all the straw you fucking threw down on this.
Democracy Now! Repeating it. So this is because Aaron used to work at Democracy Now!
Right. And Democracy Now!, who Jimmy Dore hates, they become a legitimate source for him now because they agree with something that he thinks.
Aaron, it's especially acute the pain he feels when he sees Democracy Now! Being so shitty. And Amy Goodman and Democracy Now! Has been bent on misreporting foreign policy as hard as they possibly can, and stuff like this. So if it has anything to do with Trump, Democracy Now! Is going to on purpose mislead their own viewers. Which is what they did with Russiagate, which is what they did with Syria, and Amy Goodman and Democracy Now! Won't even have Aaron Mate on.
That's true.
That's how bad. So they got somehow compromised over at Democracy Now! And you decide which donor did it. But this is garbage again, and he's pointing it out. And tip of the hat to Aaron Mate.
For what?
For
Liz
retweeting
Cheney.
a tweet.
The case for prosecuting Donald Trump just got much stronger.
It did. It did get
So
stronger.
she's already tweeting it out. There's already got.
She's campaigning for presidency.
And she's doing
That's all
something.
she's doing.
I'm almost positive we watched this together yesterday. Does anybody remember?
The case for prosecuting Donald Trump just got much stronger.
But this is better because it's got
new
the title.
testimony may have produced a smoking gun. May have. May not.
You guys hear the ice cream
If
truck?
true, it
If
will
true.
really
Let me know if
be
you
a
hear the ice cream truck.
Big if true. Big if true.
Today, I would like to show you 7.
Will you guys go to my YouTube channel and watch this video for me and just like turn it on? You don't have to watch it, but just
As
like
we heard yesterday,
give
White
it a
House
thumbs
counsel
up,
Pat
and watch a
Cipollone
little bit of
had
it.
significant concerns
Share
re
it. I'd
Trump's January
appreciate
6 activities.
on my
It's
main
time for
YouTube
Mr.
channel.
Cipollone to testify on the record. Any concerns he has about the institutional interests of his prior office are outweighed by the need for his testimony. Now,
We
let me
did,
ask
but
you
who
this
cares?
on
You
this.
heard the ice cream
Is
truck?
she suggesting
Top of the
that
hour,
his
time to smoke.
lawyer testify against Trump? Is that what she's saying? White House counsel. So that would mean a guy
wonder if
who was
there's any
acting
deer
as
in
a
the
lawyer
yard.
for Trump. She wants him to come testify against his client. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, which I don't think.
How do you
Again,
even do that
the
legally?
standards are
Nope, not over there.
exactly. Well, apparently standards are different in Congress. I assume that in court you're actually not allowed to do that. But as they all said, don't be distracted by rational thoughts and questions about.
Why is she saying that to him? Because of this story that the what's her name? Chipperson. What's her name?
Chipperson, he
Yes,
says Chip.
yeah.
We watched this together. I remember watching this with you guys. Chipperson.
Is she relating that to this?
That's so funny that he said Chipperson.
Yeah, 2 last names. Okay, so why wouldn't they just get those guys in the story and not his lawyer? Like, or is this a separate thing they want the lawyer to talk about?
This is probably a separate thing they want the lawyer to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So Cali train wreck in
But
my
I thought that was
bowl.
outrageous that she wants his former lawyer. I thought it was crazy.
No Laurie Gordon
And
cannabis.
you
Cheers,
could
everybody.
hear in Liz Cheney's voice that, her father's, the timbre of her father advocating for torture. You can hear it.
That's such a cringy
That's
thing.
what's
It's
so
true
funny
though. I
about
hate
this.
her.
It's going
I hate
full
Liz
circle.
Cheney.
When we are talking about lying to Congress
Oh,
under
top of the
oath,
archer.
or lying under oath before the United Nations. I mean that was the way that the Bush administration sold its war in Iraq. You can imagine Colin Powell standing there with his weapons of mass destruction, claiming that this was definitive proof that we needed to go to war in Iraq. And now you have the spawn of that administration, Liz Cheney, carrying on this legacy of political theater, kind of just designed to, in this case, distract the public, but also behind it is, of course, it's the same, it's exactly an extension of the Russiagate hearings, all designed to delegitimize Trump and cast him as some anomaly within the U.S. state. He's somehow very evil and opposed to our grand tradition of American exceptionalism.
The irony of Liz Cheney trying to get a former president thrown in jail who isn't her father is the irony is not lost on me.
That's
that
funny.
her father's a much bigger war criminal
too.
than Donald Trump.
Right. It's true.
And
Yeah.
just criminal,
True.
period.
Do you think that that this is all because Cheney had her grown so he could do
Had
a
her
get
grown.
out on her and put it, she will one day house his wicked spirit.
I'm not following what you're saying. What are you saying?
You didn't see Get Out where they transplant the breeds? She's gonna just be the vessel for Cheney's brain to keep him alive.
Oh, okay. I did see that movie. Is that for Key and Peele guy?
Yeah,
Yeah. So watch this. So now she tells this story.
Oh, that's a good.
You ready for this story?
I
Watch this.
can't peel that.
Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah,
Right,
know which
this work?
one.
Oh wait. Oh, but I have one more story to tell. But before we get to that, there was also some controversy over in her testimony. She said that she had made a handwritten note. I didn't watch this, but this is what there was controversy about it because I was looking it up and I read this. It said the handwritten note that Cassidy Hutchinson testified was written by her was in fact written by Eric Hirschman on January 6th, said a spokesman for Hirschman. All sources with direct knowledge in law enforcement have and will confirm that it was written by Mr. Hirschman. So I guess she told some big story about how she had written some handwritten note.
And one person, a spokesperson for Hirschman, says all sources with direct knowledge and law enforcement have and will confirm that it was written. Yeah, except none of them have. That's just the testimony of one person, another piece of straw, trying to claim that she's lying. She's the one saying it under oath. Oh, and who is the spokesperson for Hirschman? Are they speaking under oath? No, they're not.
That's not true either. What's ultimate? No, she's lying.
This is gaslight.
Wow. She's under oath, and this is an unnamed spokesperson. And he's calling her a liar again. Wow.
You can't have different recollections of something. You know, not everybody's perspective is real.
Yeah.
Obviously, somebody's lying.
I wrote
telling her truth.
And it could
I
be
wrote down that note.
It could
Or
be
someone else
the
did.
dude who's a professional liar. He's a spokesperson for a politician. His job is to lie for that man. That's what they do. You know, she's not getting paid to lie. She's going under oath. This is fucking psychotic, man. Look at the smiles on their faces. The smugness.
I'm not sure. What?
Well, you remember it your way, and I'll remember it my way.
Yeah, let's just agree to disagree on.
And one of us will
And
go
here's
under
one
oath
more.
and go
Here's
in
one
front
more
of
goofy
cameras
thing she
and
says,
for the
right?
entire world to hear, and the other one is a paid liar for somebody.
And went down to the
Yeah,
dining
that
room.
makes her a liar,
And the
Jimmy?
girls popped open from the valley. There's
A paid
inside the dining room
spokesperson,
table,
Jimmy?
tablecloth off the dining room table.
Wow.
He motioned for me to come in and then pointed towards the front of the room near the fireplace there in front of the TV, where I first noticed there was ketchup dripping down the wall.
Oh,
And there's a
okay.
shattered
Let's
porcelain
stop right
plate.
there. She noticed. This is called first-hand eyewitness testimony, Jimmy. I'm glad you're playing this because it refutes everything you said before about everything she said was secondhand. Well, now what do you got to say about this? This should be great.
Before.
Oh.
The valet had articulated that the president was extremely angry at the Attorney General's AP interview.
Jack
and
Harrer, guys.
had thrown his lunch against the wall, which was causing him to have to clean up. So I grabbed a towel and started wiping it.
Causing them to have to clean up.
Did she just say that she grabbed a towel to help them clean up? Is that what she just said, but they cut her off? I couldn't hear because Steph started talking.
So I grabbed a towel and started wiping it.
Causing them to have to.
She said, I grabbed a towel. She was literally right there helping to clean up after the fucking President of the United States after he threw a fucking tantrum. Let's see what Jimmy has to say about this one.
Clean up.
Who talks like that?
Nobody talks like that. Nobody would tell a story.
Nobody talks like that? She's talking like that. That's how she talks. I don't understand what you mean nobody talks like that. It doesn't make any sense. More straw. Nobody talks like that. Listen to the way she's talking. Nobody even talks like that.
Something that happened to them.
What?
Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Who talks like that?
Now, this other girl, Anya, she jumps in not knowing where he's going with that, right? And because her job is to back up Jimmy. Oh yeah, she does. Nobody talks like that. Blah, blah, blah. And Jimmy's like, yeah, well, nobody talks like that. I meant blah, blah, blah.
Talks like that. Nobody would tell a story if that was something that happened to them.
What?
I
Is
mean,
this Dante's Inferno? She's doing taking a tour of all the.
Now, clarify for us, Jimmy. Let's hear what Jimmy meant. Now that they've gone off the trail.
Then I was ushered into another room, and I saw.
Rein them in, Jimmy.
I saw his
Rein them in, Jimmy. Rein them in.
And then I heard Donald Trump slam a door. He slammed the door.
I mean, on one hand, I could believe that people who
Happy 710. No law regarding cannabis. Everybody cheers.
weird, but no, really, that's just you don't talk like that. It's not the way you tell a story.
Well, I think just the way she talks is sus. I don't understand what her
She has that vocal fry.
She had, yes.
So all that time, Jimmy was just talking about her tone. And they went off on tangents that didn't make any sense. And they rambled, laying down pieces of straw that were very weak. And then Jimmy finally comes in, like a minute later, to finally rein them in and say, "Oh, I meant she's talking very low. Nobody talks like that." Oh, is that what you meant, Jimmy?
Vocal fry. You're right.
He was definitely coached because as
There's no vocal fry, and now you guys are going to talk about Sex in the City for the next 5 minutes.
you said, it's very ASMR.
Yes.
Where we're like she's trying to just instill confidence and comfort, but in a very forced way, like in an auto-tuned way. She can't be genuine. I mean, can you imagine if any of these stories were real and they'd happened to her, and you had the chance to sit down and tell the story?
The story of her walking into the fucking room where there was ketchup dripping off the wall and she fucking grabbed a towel and helped clean up the mess, that wasn't her own recollection? Huh. More strong. More strong. Right? Like I said, Burning Man size straw man.
Really, like, wouldn't you be emotional and animated?
I don't think she ever doesn't talk like that.
But she's wearing.
Seeing it.
But you notice, Anya, she's wearing white also, right? So that's conscious. That's a conscious thing. So she wants to, and so why would she do that?
Dressing virgin white.
It's too easy.
Right? Because she's going to come
You made
spray
it so
some false
easy.
allegations and some.
Okay, so the fact that she wore white means that she's a liar. More straw from Jimmy, guys. She wore white. She must be a liar.
Bullshit. And they tell her wear white. It makes you look more believable.
Yeah, they told her wear white.
Okay. I've experienced that.
Right out. He said something to the effect of, "He's really ticked off about this. I would stay clear of him right now. He's really, really ticked off about this right now."
Anya, I don't know who she is.
So
I think I've seen her once before, but I
he
don't
threw
know where it
ketchup
was.
against the wall. That's the big thing. Ketchup. What's that?
She was like, there was ketchup on the wall.
Ketchup.
I know it.
I got to tell you, my buddy Nick Murphy, he wins the internet. He said Trump's presidency definitely had its heights and lows. Come on.
Yeah, and
come on.
Considering John Kerry, it's just funny because John Kerry, Obama's Secretary of State, is married.
Oh, that's right.
Family, you know, it's all about the ketchup log.
How deep does this thing go?
I know.
So now I'll go back to the comedy club and we'll see what they're saying today. So what other piece of propaganda will the shit lips be excited about? They were beaming. They were beaming. I've never seen them smile bigger. And they're like, "Did you see the thing? Did you see the testimony? Did you see the testimony?" I'm like, "No, I'm not following that." "Oh yeah, I got Trump.
Yeah,
tried
I
to
wouldn't
choke
be
his
surprised.
driver."
They're Republican
thinking,
talking
well,
points.
You always say
They're
that Trump
Donald
is a
Trump
dictator,
talking
and he
points.
tried to overthrow the government.
Donald Trump immediately
his own
started
fucking
smearing this
car.
woman, you know?
He couldn't even get his own driver to do what he wanted.
Jimmy
and you guys
Dore
are telling me to
and
be afraid of this
Yo-Yo.
guy? He couldn't even tell his own driver to do what he wanted.
Kurt
And he was the
Metzger,
president
Steph
at the
Zamorano,
time.
the other woman, Anya.
So this again, this whole idea of this guy's a dictator. He's the worst thing ever, and they've got to convince you. This is all to convince you that Donald Trump is the worst guy ever, so he can't run again. Because they're afraid he's going to run again and beat Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton John Kerry or whatever piece of shit.
No. He is going to run again, and he's going to fucking win. So this whole thing has been a waste of your fucking time and your audience's time, Jimmy. He's running again, and he's going to fucking win. They've already pulled it out. He's destroying Joe Biden in the fucking polls, and Joe Biden fucking deserves it. And I certainly hope Hillary Clinton runs again so Donald Trump can fucking railroad her too.
He put up against him.
Or Liz
That's how
Cheney.
bad I fucking hate
Maybe-
them.
It'll either be
You know, you
Cheney,
wanted
Clinton,
my
or Clinton,
support.
Cheney. It's hard to
You
know who's
wanted
gonna
my
win.
support. You fucking Democrats. You should have fucking supported Bernie Sanders. You lost me, and you lost a whole bunch of other people too. Fuck you.
We're the pantsuit.
Fuck Hillary Clinton, and fuck Joe Biden, and fuck your entire fucking Nancy Pelosi, Democrat fucking cunt motherfuckers. Fuck them all.
Relationship would be the top of the ticket.
I mean, that's how I feel about them. Quarter of the hour.
Definitely, it's a
Cannabis
going
isn't
to be a
isn't
question
for all.
of the
Cheers.
establishment candidate, and what they're afraid of is that they're going to run against Trump again. And so, what's so crazy is that this whole distraction is taking place. It's interesting to analyze, and there are things to say about it if the media would cover it in a fair way. We just did it here. But beyond the distraction, all of this is happening at a time when NATO is convening in Madrid during the height of this insane proxy war in Ukraine, and it's facing a test of legitimacy while the U.S. sanctions that NATO has put in place in order to punish Russia and take this extreme maximum pressure position are backfiring on the U.S. public. I think most Americans yesterday were more concerned with gas prices and the price of their food than they were with the testimony of Cassidy Hutchinson.
Yes.
And
yes, that's true.
That's a direct result of the Biden administration's bill.
And my argument for this yesterday was, yes, it's all happening at once, and no, it's not planned out, and no, it's not a planned distraction, and you really should not be so quick to jump on these conspiracy theories. And Jimmy Dore, you've got a conspiracy theorist on your fucking show. Great. Congratulations. No surprises there whatsoever. I think I did a good takedown there. You know, you guys decide for yourselves. If you want to share this out on Twitter, you can share this video out to Jimmy Dore, you know, and let him know that I fucking destroyed his straw man argument. Point for point. I walked through the entire, there's 33 minutes. I went through 29 minutes. I don't know what else gets said in the next 4 minutes. If it's just promotion at the end or if they actually get into anything else, because there's 4 minutes left. What do you guys, you want to do the last 4 minutes? We already did 29 minutes. You want to see if we can get through the last 4 minutes just to give him the benefit of fairness? Because, you know, I think there's absolutely no room here for him to pull out and to redeem himself. You know, he has way more than quadrupled down on everything he said. He called her a liar straight out twice. He said she'd been debunked. He said it at least once. I think I heard him use the word debunked twice. He's just straight out fucking lying. You know? It's so weird to see this narrative being played. Why can't people just keep it straight, man? I wonder where Jackson Hinkle is on that. I bet she's gonna agree point for point with every single thing that Jimmy Dore said. Because he's a yes man for Jimmy. You know? I'd like to sit with Ron Placone and Graham Elwood and watch that. I'd like to sit and watch her entire testimony with them, and then I'd like to watch this with them. And be like, so what's up, man? Yeah, we're not gonna do it. Needs Americans United. They'll give us Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, Tulsi's horrible. Alright, you guys didn't say anything. I'm gonna go in. Let's go in a little bit
They would
more.
have to put up against Trump.
We'll
and
just
they don't want to do that. At the same time,
let's see if there's anything.
This abortion ruling, the overturning of Roe v. Wade was overturned by the Supreme Court last week.
420, guys.
Trump's base is counting that as a major win for him. They're so invigorated by this.
Too strong.
I mean, they've taken credit. Trump has taken credit for the fact that Roe v. Wade was overturned because he was able to put the judges that he wanted on the Supreme Court, unlike his predecessor, Barack Obama. And so Trump's base is not concerned with this testimony. They're like, wow, we just overturned Roe v. Wade. Meanwhile,
they're not paying attention to it at all. They're ignoring it. It's
go
hilarious.
up against
all right.
Trump.
No law regarding cannabis. Happy 420. Everybody cheers.
Crisis. Can't even get their situation straight in Europe, and so it was the perfect distraction. And I'm just interested to see how it all ends up playing out in November.
No, not since Michael Avenatti have I put more hope in the testimony than this guy in the room.
Oh, and the last thing
Michael
I'll
Avenatti.
say, I mentioned this over text earlier. I don't want to be that person, but just if we look at who Cassidy Hutchinson is, media reports all right now, Jezebel, go look it up, they're like, this 25-year-old woman is destroying Trump. I'm sorry, but when I don't know many people in the early 20s who are somehow, she was an aide to Mark Meadows, by the way, Trump.
It sounds like that headline bothered you. why does that headline bother you? It's almost like you're a Trump supporter. You know, that headline should make you cheer. Whether you agree with it or not, I mean, whether you believe it or not, you should at least agree with the sentiment. You know, yeah, that'd be great if a 25 or 26-year-old woman took Donald Trump down. I would love that shit. It would be even better if she was a black LGBTQ woman. That would make it even better. You know, everything that he stands. Oh, that's got some sort of a physical issue. You know, it's handicapped in one way or another. Yeah, absolutely. Can we say handicapped? I can't remember. I can't say that.
Chief of staff. That's how she was in the White
Correct
House.
me in the chat.
Apparently, when
Sorry.
she got the job, when she was like 20,
Temporary
23
insanity, I believe.
years old, and somehow now she's just
Mentally
come
challenged,
forward with this narrative
physically
that
challenged. That's it, right? Physically challenged.
is keeping
My bad.
the January 6th
My bad.
hysteria.
I'm mentally
attacks on
challenged.
Trump alive.
They're physically challenged.
It just, it all,
You know,
it's
a
very
physically
odd.
challenged
you don't think that
black,
it was-
or
you're
should I
saying
say,
you don't think
a
she's
physically
sincerely
challenged
felt
LGBTQ
that
woman of
you hear about
color,
this
should I
ketchup
say.
plate thing? Saying somebody probably ginned this up a little bit.
I don't know who did. I don't even think it's her. I think obviously she has coaches and people behind her.
She doesn't have the voice of anyone who's.
Bullshit. Obviously, she's got coaches behind her. Why would you say that? Obviously, she's got coaches behind her. Really? Does she? Huh.
Ever cared about a servant having to clean something up?
Yeah.
I'd like to interview her. I'd like to interview Cassidy Hutchinson and ask her, watch this with her, and be like, so, how were you trained for this? So why did you choose white to wear? You know? She might just be like, yeah, it's my favorite outfit. Next question.
Yeah, that's not. Boy, it could. Is the term non-plus? I don't think that's.
She'd just be like,
she
she'd
seems
just be like, do I not look good in white? Next question.
so over it. Like, she couldn't have a lower register. of her vote. Nonchalant. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's so. Yes, that's so low register, so planned, and there was no vocal fry. I listened, but it was so low register that it must have been planned and coached, and that's not natural. And she's definitely an actress and blobbity 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 blah. Dude, they're just strawing you down. I'm glad we listened to the last 4 minutes because they're trying to throw down as many little. It's like they can sense that it's ending right now, and they're trying to throw down all their little pieces of straw that they can.
When you look at her face, there's clearly something going on there because she's suppressing. She looks.
You know, when you look at her face, you clearly see there's something going on there. She's suppressing the truth with her face. You can totally see it. I'm an expert in facial suppression of truth, and I am a professional in all of this. I'm Anya, and I understand that. What I used to work for the Mossad, and I was trained in knowing when someone is lying or when they're misrepresenting.
constantly suppressing this laughter that she can't even take.
Like Jimmy was saying, oh, she's looking down and to the left. That anybody will tell you, that most experts will tell you means she's lying.
Take herself serious.
Yes.
She does not. I mean, just watch it again. I encourage people go, and she's just. It's like if you were telling a lie that all of your friends put.
Once you just
you
look at
up
the.
to
That's
on
funny. She was just looking to the left.
Sodium
She was just looking to the left when she said telling a lie.
Well, if she,
Also, that's a pretty. It's a rough 25. I'll say that much.
I'm not saying that. I can't believe you said that. I think she looks fantastic.
And then the servant said, don't go in there. He's really mad.
She didn't talk like that at all. I hate vocal fry. I couldn't listen. I couldn't have listened to that woman for an hour or more, which I did. If she had vocal fry, I couldn't have done it.
Them to clean up.
I can't handle
It was
it. So they're
It was
more
causing
straw,
them
Kurt.
to clean up.
More straw.
Wow. July 3rd.
Okay, that's it. We made it, man. We made it through the whole video. Surrounded by Keith says I am spot on.
What's up, Alex Sims? You guys want a link to it on YouTube? If you guys want to share that around, I would appreciate it. It's got 0 thumbs ups. It's got 4 views and 0 thumbs ups. If you want to go give it a thumbs up. I spelled it wrong. I gotta fix the title. Spelled it wrong. The Jimmy Dore Show. I forgot the J. Where's the edit button, dude? I gotta edit this video, bruh. Edit video, bruh. The Jimmy Dore Show. I gotta put a J in there, bruh. The Jimmy Dore Show. Okay. Save. Finally produce some more edited content. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, yeah, if you guys want to go give it some thumbs ups, that'd be great. And, thank you, whoever did that. Go watch it and share it around, man. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Sometime. Okay? Guys, take care. I'm kind of like this because I've been up editing. I've been staring at the screen for hours. So, you guys take care. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye. Love you guys.